Salutations, kings and queens, and welcome back to the Electric Leaf, where we care for your mind, body, and chakras. And today we're doing just that in the kitchen, where we are coming together to make a very colorful array of pizzas. Pizza and wings. If you fasted with us, then you heard all the talk about chicken. Everybody wanted to quit the fast over some chicken. Even I, who have been plant-based for some time now, had about 2 or 3 dreams about chicken during the fast. And so today I want to try to veganize the very popular combination of pizza and wings. So let's do it. So to start here, you see me just prepping the zucchini squash. I took the skin off and then I sprinkled with a little bit of sea salt, sprayed with a little bit of grapeseed oil, and now I'm going to put it in the oven at 350 degrees until they are soft. Not mushy, soft. In the meantime, I'm going to go ahead and get started on the crust. I'm mixing together equal parts of spelt flour and chickpea flour. And I've seasoned the flour with a little bit of onion powder and sea salt. I poured in a little bit of regular spring water, and I'm just mixing it with a fork until it reaches a dough ball consistency. As you can see, making everything from scratch is truly a labor of love. So if you're a busy mom like me, you might want to just opt for a store-bought crust or a store-bought dough. You know, it does get a little time consuming, and this could help to cut some of the corners during a busy work week. I used a little bit of grapeseed oil to help me spread the dough onto the parchment paper without it sticking. So back to the zucchini. As you can see, it is soft, not mushy. I'm taking the zucchini and I'm going to break it into pieces and put it into my high speed blender. I'm adding a tablespoon of olive oil to give it that cheesy flavor. You can leave that out if you are oil free. And I'm adding a little bit of agave. So that was about a tablespoon of each, a sprinkle of sea salt, and about a tablespoon of onion powder. So adding in a cup of coconut milk. So you want to be careful when you're adding in the liquids because it's easier for you to thin than thicken. So I'm going to add a little bit of milk along, and then if it needs to be more thin, then it's easier to add a little bit more milk. But this is perfect right here. Great consistency. So now the fun part, as always, is the assembly, when we put the pizzas together or whatever we're making together. And so I'm just adding some of the zucchini cheese directly to the flatbread, and then I'm going to build it with whatever herbs or veggies I decide. And when you're making your own pizzas, you know, use the vegetables that you like, that you're going to actually look forward to eating. Don't just choose some vegetables because you saw someone else eating them or you think it's going to, you know, alkalize you, because happiness is alkalizing. Love is alkalizing. You have to remember that. If you're not enjoying eating your food, your vibration is going to automatically drop. You know, I'm all about chakra balance, so that is the reason for the super colorful tomatoes and the colorful onions and the bright green fresh basil and sage and cilantro. So choose the herbs and the vegetables that you are going to enjoy the most. So look at this beautiful, fresh, organic sage that we have here. Sage is great for so many things. Not only is it good for harmonizing the energies within your home, it's also great for bloating, digestion. It's a great medicine. Look it up. You will be amazed if you haven't before. So to this mushroom pizza, I am adding cooked watercress. A lot of you know that watercress is one of my favorite veggies, but I prefer it cooked. I do. So in this jar here, that is my cooked zucchini squash sauce cheese, aka cheese. So I'm moving into the more raw version of the flatbread. And so I'm not going to cook this zucchini this time, and I'm putting it straight into the blender. I used one zucchini squash to start with, and that wasn't enough, so I ended up using 2. So that's 2 squash, a tablespoon of agave, about a half a cup to 3/4 a cup of coconut milk, onion powder, sea salt to taste, and then blending we do. So you see, it's a little bit too runny for my liking, so I added the other squash here. And so we have a better consistency here. Perfect. So here we go again, and I am adding this raw zucchini cheese sauce onto the pizza. Adding a sprinkle of sea salt to the heirloom tomatoes. It's important to make sure that you salt the tomatoes, especially since we're not going to cook this pizza, because it helps to develop the flavors a little bit more. Cooking tomatoes just gives it a completely different flavor altogether. So even though I really enjoyed both versions of this pizza, I really like the cooked version better just because of the way the tomatoes taste once they are roasted in the oven. I'm adding to the heirloom tomatoes some cilantro. And to the mushroom pizza, I'm covering a little bit more of the zucchini cheese on there to help soften up the shrooms a little bit. And now I am dusting the top of the shroom pizza with the basil and the fresh sage. So I'm adding this avocado to the heirloom and cilantro pizza. This pizza, all of the pizzas had a really great flavor, honestly, because with the addition of the avocado, if you're an avocado lover like me, then you're gonna love this pizza too. It doesn't have to be cooked. It's so much easier to eat raw or semi-raw when you're eating things that you actually enjoy consuming. So keep that in mind when you're choosing your ingredients for your pizza. So once I was finished building the pizzas, I just sprinkled every pizza with a little bit of my favorite seasoning blend that I put together myself. If you would like more information on the seasoning blend, then just comment and let me know. This seasoning blend does happen to be Dr. Sebi approved. Love Dr. Sebi, so just let me know if it's something that you're interested in seeing. So onward we march to the wangs portion of this meal. Here I'm using oyster mushrooms and a batter that has been inspired by the Fiction Kitchen of Raleigh, North Carolina. I love that restaurant. If you follow me on Instagram and you watch my Insta stories, you have seen me post many times how much I love their fried oyster mushrooms. They are the bomb. So I'm mixing equal parts of organic cornmeal, rye flour, as well as chickpea flour. I'm pouring in the Perrier water slowly just to get to the consistency that I want. I want it to be a little bit runny. I don't want it to coat the fork, but I don't want it to just fall off the fork either. So I'm gonna add a little bit more Perrier water there as well, you see, until the batter reaches the thinner consistency that I'm looking for. And see, I'm almost there. I'm gonna add a little bit more Perrier water there. And also, I've seasoned this batter with sea salt, onion powder, as usual, in honor of Dr. Sebi. So please make sure you season your batter the way to your likings before you fry them, because if you don't, it takes on somewhat of a bland flavor that is hard to overcome once the oysters are fried. So I'm cutting the oysters into very inconsistent pieces so that they are more chunky, and so that it's able to hold the batter into the little nooks and crannies. So it gives it more of a chicken texture as well when you do it this way. You see it? It's coming out well. It doesn't look like plain oyster mushrooms. It looks like chicken. It looks like chicken. It looks like chicken. The texture was very enjoyable. My daughter loved it. Anytime my daughter loves something I do, I really feel pleased with it. So I hope that you guys try these things out in your own kitchens and let me know how it turns out. Have fun with it, be creative, and eat the rainbow. Eat the rainbow. Anytime you eat the rainbow, you are helping to keep your chakras healthy. So eat the rainbow. I hope that you guys have been inspired by this video and my little time in the kitchen experimenting with different veggies that I enjoy here on the Electric Leaf, where we nurture your mind, body, and chakras. Be sure to comment, like, subscribe, share, and all that jazz. And as always, continue to vibrate love and vibrate well. See you next time.